Sneha Bisnik, standing before you to present the topic pain mechanism. So, in pain mechanism means how the transmission of the pain signals to the brain occurs. We will see here. Okay. Now, what is a pain? Pain is nothing but the unpleasantry or the emotional response to the damaged tissues or to the noxious stimuli. Okay. Now, in pain mechanism, for example, if we get the injury in your right hand. Okay. In right hand, for example, injury means, for example, pin prick, we will take the stimuli of the pin prick on our right hand. So in this case, these immune cells or nociceptors are present. So these nociceptors or immune cells are damaged due to this noxious stimuli. Now after the damaging or after the inflammation of these immune cells, it will release the inflammatory mediators. Now, in inflammatory mediators, many mediators are come: serotonin, histamines, interleukin, cytokines, prostaglandin. For example, if we will take the prostaglandin example, the prostaglandin, what will do the prostaglandin? It will conduct the impulses. So it is in this. This is afferent or sensory nerve fibers which is present all around the body. Now from the first order neuron will generate. Now this first order neuron will take these impulses to the dorsal horn of the spinal cord. Okay, to the back of the dorsal horn of the spinal cord. Now here after the after sending the impulses to the dorsal horn, it will releases the substances P. Okay, it will releases the substances P. This and it will synapse substances P, which will help to transmission of the signals. Now here the transduction will occur. Transduction will occur means whatever the chemical, whatever the physical, whatever the electrical impulses we get, that are converted into the electrical impulses. Okay. Now this first order neuron will synapse with second order neuron. Now second order neuron will pass through the spinothalamic tract between the spinal cord and the thalamus. Now second order neuron will go through the spinothalamic tract towards the brain stem, which constitute of midbrain, pons and medulla. Now second order neuron will goes to or reach to the thalamus, where it synapses with the third order neuron. Okay. In third order neuron, now third order neuron will pass these electrical signals. Before passing, again the transduction will occur. Means whatever the electrical signals are there, these are again converted to the original signals, whatever we get here. Okay. Now this will pass the message to the brain. Now brain interpret and give sensation to the injured part. In this way, we will get the fourth process, that is a perception of the pain occurs, and third modulation means, that is this is an ascending pathway where the transmission of the impulses occurs from the effectors to the brain. Okay, now this is about the continuation of the impulses from the pain signals from the injured part to the brain. Now what is a descending pathway? Now descending pathway inhibits the transmission of the impulses, pain signals from the injured part to the brain. Now how this will occur? It includes two. Okay, it includes two, means it includes periaqueductal gray matter of the midbrain and nucleus raphe magnus of the medulla. Okay. Now from this neuron from this periaqueductal gray matter of midbrain comes towards the and reach out toward the nucleus raphe magnus of the medulla. Now it synapses with the second order neuron, and this second order neuron, this second order neuron is a serotonin, histamine or non-adrenaline neuron, which now it will pass to the dorsal horn of the spinal cord. Now here it interferes with the activity of the transmission of the pain signals to the brains. Means it interferes the synapse of first order neuron with the second order neuron. Okay, and due to which the transmission of pain signal will stops from this first order neuron to thalamus or thalamus to the brain. So this is nothing but the descending pathway and ascending pathway, which constitute of modulation. Here it is a transmission. Okay, transmission from this pain signals toward the brain, and transduction means electrical, it will convert to the electrical signals from the thermal, chemical or physical signals, and here the perception of the pain occurs. Now we will see the gate control concept. Gate control concept were given by Melzack and the Wall in 1965. Okay, so what is given in the gate control concept? Now in this part, okay, in this part one more neuron is present, that is nothing but the this interneuron. Okay, so we will see the view of this part. Okay, view of this area. This is a first order neuron. This is a first order neuron, means first order neuron which activate the action potential, due to which the substances which are present on the vesicle will release. Okay, in the synaptic, this is a presynaptic vessel. From the presynaptic vessel it will release to the synaptic cleft. Okay, so substance P will release. Now substance, what will the action, what is the action of substance P? Substance P will activate the second order neuron. Here the synapses of the first order and the second order neuron will occur, and in this way the pain signal will transmit from this first order neuron to the second order neuron or from the brain. Okay, now this is about the ascending pathway. Then now descending pathway. What happened in the descending pathway? Descending pathway have one neuron, that is serotonin, histamine and noradrenaline neuron. Now it have two actions. Okay, it will releases the serotonin. Okay, it will releases the serotonin or noradrenaline. Now first action is that it binds on the receptor of the presynaptic neuron. After the binding of the presynaptic neuron, it will inhibit the release of the substance P. Okay, if substance P release inhibits, then what will happen? There is a no synapse between the first order neuron, second order neuron, and there is a no transmission of the impulses from first order neuron to the second order neuron or second order to the brain. Okay, now also it will also releases some small neuron. It will stimulate some small neuron that are nothing but the interneuron. Now what is the action of the interneuron? And interneuron will releases the opioids, that is nothing but the enkephalin. Now there are the two actions of the enkephalin. Now what are they? First is it will acts on the or binds on the receptors of the presynaptic neuron, due to which it inhibits the release of the substance P, and due to the inhibition of the substance of the substance P, there is a discontinuation of the transmission of the signals towards the brain. Okay, and second action is that it directly acts here. Okay, and it inhibit the depolarization of the cell. If there is depolarization, what is the depolarization? Depolarization help for the transmission of the impulses. Now it inhibit the depolarization means it discontinue the transmission of the impulses from the second order neuron to the brain. So in this way means it acts as a opioid. Okay, and it acts on the opioid receptors of the brain, and in this way it inhibits the transmission of the pain signals toward the brain. Okay, so and this part is act as a gate. That's why we called it as gate control concept. Okay, so this is all about the pain mechanism. Now one important note is that if we get the injury in our right hand, suppose, so the part of the somatosensory cortex should be or opposite to the injured part. For example, we get the injury on our left hand, then the somatosensory cortex will be right side. Okay, and if it is a right side, then it is a left side. Okay, and second important note is that the chemical which are releases by the first order neuron are responsible for the ascending pathway. Ascending pathway. The ascending pathway means it is the transmission of the impulses towards the brain. So this is about the pain mechanism. Very important topic.